Hey, what's going on YouTube? And welcome back to Tech Conversations. Firstly, if you haven't already, make sure to check out Lux Algo. Lux Algo is the #1 agent to help you find strategies, powered by some of the best trading indicators and used by over 15,000 traders, including myself. And I've covered many of their premium indicators in the past on my channel. But right now, if you sign up to Lux Algo by using my link in the description below, you can get up to 25% off their premium indicators. And keep in mind, you can also get 30 days risk-free, so why not try them out? So go ahead and check out Lux Algo. I'll put a link to them in the description below. Also, make sure to check out the Discord, completely free to join. I'll put a link to it in the description below as well. We're almost at 8,000 members, so thank you to everyone that's joined the Discord. Now let's get right into today's video. So the S&P 500 is at an all-time high, and with that, today is also that time of the month again where I share with you how my Robinhood Strategies account is performing. And for those of you that are new here, I opened up this account now almost 7 months ago. So it's been over half a year now, and honestly it feels like it was just yesterday that I opened up this account. And back then I promised all of you that I would share the progress of this account every single month. And I do this for several reasons. Number one, to share with you guys if it's worth opening up a Robinhood Strategies account, because after all, remember, you do have to pay a fee. And number two, can we grow a small account over a long period of time? And I'm talking years. I want to make this more realistic for the average individual, which is why I started with a smaller amount here. So we'll take a look at how it has performed in the past month and also compare it to SPY. One thing I want to mention though is I did make a new deposit into the account, and so I'll show you how much it was. It wasn't a lot, and again, it will still be pretty realistic for most people. Now, firstly, what is Robinhood Strategies or the Robinhood Robo Advisor feature? So Robinhood Strategies is an investment advisory service from Robinhood that provides personalized, actively managed investment portfolios. So you answer a series of questions about your financial goals, your risk tolerance, and your time horizon. And Robinhood creates a mixed portfolio of ETFs and individual stocks as well for you. So yes, they do invest in individual stocks for you, and you have complete control on what stocks you want to turn on or off, as you can see here. And I'll actually show you what stocks and ETFs are in my portfolio. Like I mentioned earlier though, there are fees, so you can actually see the fees here. There is a 0.25% annual management fee for this service, but Robinhood Gold members can have the fee on amounts over $100,000 waived, so capping their annual fee at $250. I will also show you how much I have paid in fees so far in the past 7 months now. So firstly, how is SPY performing in relation to my account? So if you take a look here, like we mentioned, right, the S&P 500 has hit a new all-time high here today. So today it's up 0.93%. In the past month, the S&P 500 is up 2.54%. So that's how SPY has performed. We'll take a look at how my account has performed in comparison to SPY or the S&P 500 here. So let's go back to Robinhood. Let's take a look here then at my Robinhood Strategies account. So I'm going to go over to investing here. And so here you see my Robinhood Strategies account. So managed individual. And so like I mentioned earlier, I did make a deposit. This is the first deposit I've made into this account since opening it. So when I opened it, I opened it with $1,500. again, a smaller amount to make it more realistic for more people. And as you can see, on October 10th, I deposited $500. So not a lot. Again, I want to make it as realistic as possible. And so now I've deposited a total of $2,000 into the account. And as you can see, we're at $2,244 now. So today we're up 0.71%. In the last month, we're up 2.44%. And honestly, I think it would be a lot better if I hadn't deposited that $500. But we have to continue to deposit to generate bigger returns. Now, overall, if we take a look here, we're up $244 or 12.24%. Again, that percentage would be higher if I hadn't deposited the $500, but oh well. And so we can see here, right, net funding, $2,000. Now we can click on this little icon that you see here and get the return breakdown here. So from appreciation, we're up $227. From income, we're up $18.47. And then remember, there's a fee like I mentioned. So how much have I had to pay for this fee, the management fee? 74 cents so far. And so that gives us our total here. Now, like I mentioned, I'm going to show you what my current holdings are here. Robinhood does all of this for me. They're selecting all these stocks, all these ETFs. I have never done anything here besides deposit the money here. So we take a look down here on their portfolio, 4 different sections here. So first is US stocks. So let's take a look here. Now remember, this is in accordance to how I answered those series of questions when I opened up the account for the first time. So these are meant for my personal goals, my risk tolerance, my time horizon. So that being said, don't try to copy what you see here, okay? This is constantly changing and it's meant for my specific situation. But let's take a look at what I have here. So we have Google. You can see the allocation amount here and the equity amount here. We have Apple, we have Amazon, Broadcom, Nvidia, Microsoft. These are some of the highest allocations here. And then we can see here, there's some more stocks with smaller allocations here. And then if we scroll all the way down, take a look here, 21.12%. What is this? This is IVV. This is the S&P 500. So about 1/5 here is invested into the S&P 500. You can see it's almost $500 worth. And then you can see the rest here. There's also a good amount into this ETF, Aerospace and Defense ETF, and then also this mid-cap ETF here, over 3%. So this is the US stock section. There are some ETFs in here as well. Now, if we go back, let's take a look here at the next section. So we have bonds, of course. So we have SGOV and SUB. And again, you can see the allocation here and the equity amount here. So these are US bonds. If we go back, we have international stocks as well. So what do we have currently? We have China Internet ETF. You can see the allocation and equity amount. Japan Hedged Equity ETF. And then we have this Euro STOXX50 ETF here. So these are international stocks. And then finally, we have cash. So very little amount, but there is some cash here. So let's take a look. Almost $13 in cash. Keep in mind, this is swept into the cash sweep program that Robinhood offers, which right now for Robinhood Gold users gives you a 3.75% APY. Now, let's take a look here at the future. So just, kind of a future projection that Robinhood gives you. You can read more on this in here if you want. But just let's see what my most likely portfolio value is in 10 years. And this is if I weren't to do anything anymore, make any more deposits. So my most likely portfolio value in 10 years, $4,866. Right? That would be over a 100% return from where we are at right now. because my current portfolio value is $2,243. And we can kind of take a look here, you know, in a year, what my most likely portfolio value is. 2 years, 3 years, I can go down 21 years, 30 years. You can kind of see what my most likely portfolio value is. And you can also simulate, you know, like monthly deposits or one-time deposits. So let's say, you know, I deposited monthly $500. Now in 10 years, let me take a look here. According to this, my most likely portfolio value would be almost $100,000 just by depositing $500 every month for basically the next 10 years here. So this is very interesting. Again, you can read more about it in here, but I just want to show you that that there. So there you guys have it. This is my Robinhood Strategies account. Just hit an all-time high here today. So far, I think it's worth it. Keep in mind, I'm more conservative. You can be a little bit more aggressive with it. You know, we haven't had a huge correction yet since I opened up this account. So we haven't seen how it will perform in those scenarios, right? When the market pulls back or has a correction or we're in a bear market. So still, you know, need to see what happens there. But so far, I think it's worth it. I'm really enjoying this. And again, I don't really have to do anything. Robinhood does everything for me. So anyways, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments section below. Check out the Discord, link to that in the description below. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys think. And I'll see you guys next time.